All right, so today, brother, have you ever heard of the Loretto Staircase?
Loretto Staircase. No.
This is pretty interesting. All right. Now, it's a story that is just a surrounded by myth, surrounded by miracle, and it is in a church in New Mexico. You
Mm-hmm.
got to hear about the story. It is very strange.
Mm-hmm.
So, but before we get into that, guys, if this is the first time you come in here, please check out our other videos. Please like and subscribe to these videos, the Road to Emmaus podcast. We get into just world events, news, and different stories, where we kind of just see what God is doing in this crazy, weird world that we all are a part of until Jesus Christ comes. So, but today, even though we're going to take a turn away from like all the news and everything and go to this story, you got to see this screen. Okay, so this is the Loretto Staircase. It is a beautiful staircase, and it is in a chapel in New Mexico. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Now the Loretto sisters, which were this Catholic church, they were
Mm-hmm.
building this church in New Mexico. These Loretto sisters, they left everything to go build in this very, you know, um, desolate place. You know, and they got funding from the church. All right, and but the guys ended up dying. The guy that was doing the church, the funding didn't come in, and
Mm-hmm.
everything got finished, but their staircase. Now it went up to the loft, as you see up there, and that's where the sisters hung out. That's where the choir sisters
Mm-hmm.
did their thing. But they couldn't get up there because now the people that were going to make the staircase, they were no longer. Funding stopped, everything, and they didn't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So they prayed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they prayed and they prayed and they prayed. What is it? I think they have like a 9-day thing. I'm not a Catholic, so they had like a 9-day prayer or something like that they were going through.
Mm-hmm.
And so in their prayer, praying for the staircase, all of a sudden a man comes out of nowhere riding a
Okay.
donkey. Okay,
Okay.
and he says, "I'm here to build a staircase."
Okay.
Right. Just a random guy. They never saw him. Nobody knows what it is. They
Mm-hmm.
don't, they're in a remote area, so it's not like they have. This was back in like the 1800s,
Mm-hmm.
right? So nobody knew. And here comes
Yep.
this great guy. What they described him with a big long beard, and he says, "I'm here to build a staircase." Now
Mm-hmm.
he did have requirements. He says, I don't want anybody bothering me while I build the staircase, right? So just kind of leave me to do my work.
Mm-hmm.
And which was no problem for the sisters because they don't talk to men, you
Yep.
know, it's not what they do. So he ends up doing it for like 3 months, something like
Uh-huh.
that.
Uh-huh.
3 months. And then he just picks up and leaves.
Okay. After completing the whole thing.
Right. Right.
Uh-huh.
Just picks up and leaves.
Mm-hmm.
And he picks up and leaves, but he didn't get paid.
Okay.
So they were like, okay, well, we got to pay something.
Mm-hmm.
So they say, well, let's go and pay the only lumber yard that's in the area because
Mm-hmm.
again, this is a very remote place.
Mm-hmm.
So there's only one lumber yard. So they went over there and they said, hey, we'd like to pay for the lumber that
Mm-hmm.
this guy built the staircase. And he goes,
Mm-hmm.
nobody picked up any lumber from here.
Okay.
All right, now there's no place to get lumber from in this area
Except that place.
except
Except
that.
that lumberyard.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And so these guys are saying that we've never seen anybody come here to get lumber.
Wow.
But
Okay.
but it gets weirder. Okay, it
Uh-huh.
gets so much weirder. Okay. So now they're saying it's a miracle,
Uh-huh.
that because it's not like he went to the woods.
Mm-hmm.
This is New Mexico. It's a
Mm-hmm.
desert,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so they kind of did their own story on it, or they kind of did. Scientists in the 1920s like did it, and wanted to know, okay, what kind of wood is it? Where
Mm-hmm.
would he possibly get this wood from?
Mm-hmm.
There is no known species of this wood anywhere in the world.
What?
Yeah, even to this day,
What?
There is no known species that matches this wood.
Wait. Let me look at it. Let me look at that again.
Yeah, dude, it is crazy. It's scientists literally still looking at it, and they said it has the closest relative is the pine tree that grows in Alaska, but it's not that tree.
and
All right, but it gives you
this is New Mexico, right?
this is the New Mexico, right? And this was in the 1800s. So now they but it goes even further, right?
Mm,
All right, bring up that picture a little bit more again.
mm,
Look at this staircase.
mm,
Okay, do you see that design?
mm,
To this day, architects don't know how this design was accomplished. There
mm.
is no center railing. If you ever look at other spiral staircases,
Spiral, yes,
right, there's always a center railing that it kind of
yes.
goes up around, right?
That's the main support,
Right.
or
There is
the main load bearing structure. Yeah.
exactly. There is no load bearing structure.
Uh-huh.
This was not made with any nails.
Mm-hmm.
This was not made with any glue.
Mm-hmm.
There is no glue, no nails, and the technique used is like nothing that has ever been seen. And
Oh.
I know, right? And so and people like now the railings that are on there are
Mm,
actually added on later.
mm,
There wasn't railings.
mhm.
They had to add railings because people were scared to death to go up there because
Okay.
but it was made in such a way that
Wow.
the more load you put on it,
Mhm.
the tougher it gets.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
This thing is incredible. It
Mhm.
is an oddity. And scientists and architects, they don't know how in the world that this thing was created.
Mhm.
It is so cool. And so what they think that the guy who came in there, they were praying to. Now I'm not a Catholic, so they pray to Saint Joseph because he was
Uh-huh.
a carpenter,
Yeah.
right? So they think that the person who came was Saint Joseph.
Saint Joseph, yeah.
Yeah. So uh,
Physically came to their rescue and built the staircase.
right, yeah. He's like, leave me alone.
I'll
I love
do
that.
this. I'll do this for free, but you gotta leave me alone.
Yeah, I love that's a man right there. You're like, well, I'll do it. Just leave me alone. But yeah, so there's no way that he could have got any wood from anywhere else around her. Again, it's New Mexico. It's a
Mhm.
desert. All
Yep.
right. The wood is an unknown species that has never been found.
Wow.
And it is put together in a way that is still like they can't replicate it. They have
Yep.
no clue.
Yep.
No nails, no glue.
Yep. The
Yeah.
somebody needs to 3D scan that thing. And,
Yeah, right?
and, try to replicate it somehow
Yeah.
using technology.
Yeah, and then and so but also the and this thing has lasted for like was it almost over 150 years and it's
Mm,
still just as structurally sound today
wow.
as it was back then because the more load you put on it. There are pictures actually let me see if I can find it in here. There are pictures of the women. And look at this thing. Isn't that amazing?
Yep. And you said previously there were no railings, right?
Right. So
It's just the staircase that goes round and round.
yeah, it's just the staircase. So look at all the intricacy in the
Ah,
staircase. Isn't that cool? But the
yeah.
railing, yeah, they added later. That's the chapel.
Mm,
Right, that's the railing. Let me see if there's a picture of the. No,
no.
there are pictures of the actual Loretto sisters, and they're all standing on the staircase
Mm, mm,
when it was finished.
mm,
This is an amazing story. If you haven't heard about it,
mm.
go and search it out. It is just awesome. So
Awesome.
yeah, I mean I'm not a Catholic, but that's cool. So
Still very cool. Still
that's
very
very
cool.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about this? Have you ever heard about the Loretto Staircase? What do you think about it? Maybe you can help solve this mystery that is a miracle in a lot of circles. And what have you heard about the Loretto Staircase? If you've ever heard it at all, let us know in the comments below. We appreciate you watching. And if you don't, and just in case you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Click that bell for notifications to see all new videos that are uploaded. We appreciate you guys joining us, and we'll see you on the next one. See you guys.
Bye.